And blessed to be a part of your day. Kevin Miller in the morning here, KIDO Talk Radio, where we ask you to give a turkey, don't be a turkey. Day 2, living at the Walmart Garrity in Franklin. Sure appreciate everybody for doing their very best. Certainly the folks at the Boise Rescue Mission, Team Mazda Subaru, and Camping World. We're joined by our friend Bruce, who even before the show began, came out to give us a turkey. Bruce, good morning.
Good morning, Kevin.
So, why give a turkey?
Well, I've had a decent life, and I like to be able to give back when I can. Like a lot of people, I've had my ups, downs. I've kind of wondered where my next meal was going to come from, but you can see I haven't worried about it in a while.
That really translates to the radio, but we'll take your word for it.
No, I always like helping out where I can and stuff, and giving the turkeys, well, no skin off my back. I mean, it's not that expensive, but it really helps out a lot of people, and I hope that it does some good and somebody, changes their life a little bit.
Well, it is the holiday season. It's very cold out here, and obviously that reinforces the need for warmth, the need for heat, the need for food, and, that's not free.
No, it's not.
And, Kelsey, your thoughts on already rolling on day 2 of Miller's Mission, where we ask you to give a turkey, don't be a turkey.
Yeah, I was thinking about yesterday.
All right, let's see if we can get her mic going, and we'll continue on to let you know that we really appreciate everything that you do. And it is a little cold outside. It is a little cold, and certainly sometimes, as we had yesterday, we have some technical issues. But, folks, you can go online anytime, boiserm.org or KIDOTalkRadio.com to donate, and this is where you really help Treasure Valley families.
I've been thinking a lot, Kevin, about yesterday when Orrin shared and a little bit about his story. I got close to Orrin at the beginning of his program, and he was doing his internship, and he had some mishaps and started drinking again. And I saw him under the bridge, and I walked up to him and said, Orrin, we want you back. We're your family, and we love you, and we'll never turn our backs on you, and we know you can get better. And he followed me back to the River of Life, and the New Life program manager saw us coming and came out weeping and met him down the road, and it was just a beautiful thing to watch. And as you saw yesterday, he's finishing up his program, and it's just a beautiful thing to see that we get to be the family for all these folks, and they're our family. And that's where a turkey comes in. That's where a meal comes in. It all starts with showing that love right here from everyone in the community.
Well, indeed, and of course, we wonder about the holidays. And certainly we worry about the kids. Tell us a little bit about where the donations go.
Every day we have over 150 women and children at City Light alone. We also have the women and children at Nampa at Valley Women and Children's Shelter. And every Tuesday they have Turkey Tuesday, where we get to feed lean protein, that all these beautiful birds that you guys bring in, to the women and children to help them stay healthy. And the kids love it. They look forward to it all week long. They see that mashed potatoes being cooked up. They see those turkeys and smell them, and it's just super exciting. And it all starts with the meal there, and it just shows them how much that we love them. You can see the kitchen staff going out of their way to make a beautiful turkey dinner every week, and of course on Thanksgiving. And these birds go a long way. You can never give too many turkeys.
Well, and not just turkeys, but certainly you can give cash, non-perishable food items. We ask you to give a turkey, don't be a turkey. And obviously we so appreciate the efforts of the Boise Rescue Mission. Bruce, back to you. Anything else you'd like to share with us?
My wife, Shay, she went through some hard times years back. She was at the City of Light and everything like that. And she's part of my inspiration to reach out to the community and help where I can. I really feel sorry for a lot of the people when I try to get them to City of Light, when I run across people that I know that are having some issues and stuff like that, telling them, hey, there's always something out there for you. You don't have to give up, at times you got to let pride go and go do what you need to do.
Indeed, and we would love for you to join us. Won't you help us help the Boise Rescue Mission? Bruce, anything else you'd like to say?
Just thank you, Kevin, for all you've done for the community and what you continue to do for the community.
Well, I gotta do that. You gotta hold me accountable there, brother.
Yeah.
I'm a slacker.
Well, not that much.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Bruce. You have a great day, and we'll hear more from you coming up.
You have a great day, too, Kevin. Thank you.
Thank you. Kelsey, we take a look at coming up on Saturday, a big day in Nampa.
Yeah, we're going to serve thousands of meals in Saturday over at College Church of the Nazarene to any family who needs it, to anybody in the community who needs that hand up. We're also going to be giving out food boxes to everyone who registered for one. We're excited to serve the people out there. We also do this at Christmas, and we also do it in Boise in Thanksgiving and Christmas as well. So thousands of meals, thousands of food boxes, all because of you and your listeners, Kevin. We appreciate it.
If people would like to donate, if people would like to contribute, maybe volunteer, get involved with the Boise Rescue Mission, what would you ask them? What would you say to them?
You know, you're never too young to volunteer. Any gift, talent, or ability you have, we can put to use. We have over 8,000 volunteers a year. You go to boiserm.org, and on the right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see a Get Involved Volunteer tab. You just fill that application out, and in a week or two, you'll hear back from our team, and they'll get you plugged into whatever you're good at. And it's not a huge commitment. You put down when you're available, what you like to do. We can always find a good spot for you, so don't feel like you're signing your life away. You can volunteer as much or as little as you'd like.
And we sure do appreciate it. We also want to keep those folks fighting those wildfires in your thoughts and prayers. Let's take a listen.
Our total number of destroyed structures as of right now is 7,177.
I called my husband when I was in my car, and it was filling up with smoke, and I thought, I don't even know what to do. And so I called him, and I just said, I'm going to die. This car is filling up with smoke, and I think I'm on fire. And I said, I don't know what to do. Give the kids a hug. I think I'm going to die. And he said, don't die. Run. Get out of your car and run. And I said, okay. I said, but I don't think I can make it.
An additional 13 human remains have been recovered, which brings the total number to 42. If I understand, that makes this the deadliest fire in the history of the United States.
It's been difficult just because of the terrain that we're working with. A lot of people kind of off grid. Now it's just extremely smoky. The air quality is beyond poor. Visibility is horrible.
I have a 9-month pregnant wife. It's been the most terrible thing that's ever happened to our family.
I am sad. This is my world, my life, my safety place, and I love it here, but it's also a clean slate and a rebirth.
There we have it. You have people fighting those wildfires, and keep them in your thoughts and prayers. When we take a look at, losing your home, losing your livelihood, and that's what we're dealing with here with our friends with the Boise Rescue Mission. Obviously, we want to make sure that those folks that we can in our community are taken care of with your tax-deductible donations. But then you have people that, are in Malibu or wherever, and all of a sudden you've got 10 minutes to get out of your home. And let's say the weather in California is a lot warmer, but one of the wonderful things about being out here is it is cold, and certainly cold when we're going through this right now because the gas in the tent has gone out. So and our studio audience, God bless them, are being here, and they were promised warmth, and we're going through this hardship where our heat oil is out. And having been through many Miller's missions where, unfortunately, we've caught people on fire almost, we've had snow almost destroy the tents, it's a challenge. And, props to everybody who set this up, our friends at Town Square Media, our parent company, but, the best laid plans of all of us, all of a sudden, boom. So we're, in fellowship here this morning, but it really goes to show you that these things can happen. And coming up, we're going to hear more stories, but a major death yesterday of a comic book legend.
Comic book legend and superhero to many. Stan Lee passed Monday at the age of 95, but Lee leaves us with not just comic book characters, but lessons in life. Positive psychology coach Mark Cordone.
Spider-Man was bit by a spider. He got sick, and then the next thing you know, he's conquering the city of New York.
Cordone says Lee's work helps those who feel disenfranchised or feel like outcasts to never quit when things get rough, like the X-Men or Captain America.
A lot of his characters demonstrate that mettle to be able to overcome something and then rise above those challenges and to really perform at a higher level in their lives and to serve those around them.
Michelle Polino, Fox News.
And there we have it. Stan Lee came up with all these movie characters. Before that, they were popular in the 60s, the comic book, Spider-Man, the X-Men, Captain America. Died at 95 What a wonderful life that he had. And you always know who Stan Lee was in the Marvel Comics movies. He was always the elderly gentleman that was doing goofy things, and they always put him in cameos, even though the major company Marvel and then Disney really didn't give him his fair share of the money. So Stan Lee, God rest his soul. Phone numbers here, 580-5436, 580-KIDO. If you would like to comment on any of the folks that we've been speaking with here at Miller's Mission, we'd love to get your thoughts. If you'd like to urge people to donate, we always need your help. And by the way, turkey vouchers are $15. You can come in here, or you can go to any Walmart for this week only. And for $15, you can, get a turkey voucher, which will feed folks at the Boise Rescue Mission throughout the Treasure Valley. So that is your way of donating if you can't make it to the Walmart here on Garrity and Franklin. Although we do, like I said, usually we offer, Kelsey, we give you a little warmth and a little coffee, but we have some coffee for people this morning.
We do. We've got coffee here in the tent. Come on down, have a nice hot cup of coffee.
Right. We want people to share in the experience, and I think very soon we'll be sharing in the outside experience.
Yeah, it's cooling off in here quick, Kevin. Chandler has assured me that the heater is working, but I have my doubts.
No, the heater is not working.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, I don't know, Bruce, do you know how to change the can outside?
I could probably figure it out.
Yeah, I just don't.
Don't blow us up.
Yeah, just don't blow us up there, buddy. I don't know. I think we'll wait for the professionals. We appreciate that. All right. This is what we call live local radio. You wouldn't hear this anywhere else in the country, and there's a reason for it. You're listening to Kevin Miller, live from Walmart, KIDO Talk Radio. And Kevin Miller in the morning here. We do want to thank our in-studio audience. Thank you, ladies, for being here. How about a big cheer? Thank you very much. We'll be hearing from our friends from the Boise Rescue Mission. Thanks to Chandler for figuring out how to flip the switch. And we're back. We're back and better than ever here at the tent at Walmart on Garrity and Franklin. We'll be here till Saturday at 6. If you're new to the Treasure Valley, this is where we ask you to give a turkey, don't be a turkey, benefiting the Boise Rescue Mission. And there are so many success stories of the rescue mission, people whose lives have changed. And right now, let's hear from a young lady who's made a big difference in so many lives. Her name is Misty.
My name is Misty, and I am an NLP graduate of the New Life program. I have been at the mission since 2009. I am currently Bill Roscoe's executive assistant, best man in the world. And I have a great life. I've got great things. I came back probably from one of the most horrible life transformations ever before coming to the mission. And the mission only gave the mission an option because I needed a place to take a time out so that I could premeditate my next disaster, so to speak. I needed time to plan my next move. All I knew how to do was destroy my life and use, and I had no desire to stop when I did. I just had to fight a couple of new felonies, and everybody told me that the mission was a good place, and from then on, I'm here today sober, and I'm a wife and a mom and a sister and a friend, and I work for the mission, so clearly I believe that I am a child of God. I know that the program is a hard option. It's a hard thing to do. It's something that I never would have done in a million years, but I can tell you that if you just give it time and you let someone else break you down instead of destroy yourself, that it's a great experience. It will change your life. All you have to do is trust. It's a hard thing, but there's people here, that have proven it, and there's people here that are still with the mission even after graduating the program. We stay here, we keep mentoring, we keep loving on each other, and it's the only thing that saved my life, and it's the only thing that I really feel that could change someone's life. Personally, to me, I think giving a turkey is opening the door to the Lord. A lot of times it's just a meal. A lot of times it is a holiday. A lot of times it's just showing that we care about somebody or that somebody cares about them. But to me, giving a turkey is our opportunity to share the Lord with people. And, this was done for us, and now we're giving back. And it doesn't matter if it's food or money or a turkey or anything like that. The point is that there's people like us that are restored because of donations. And when we are able to give turkeys, I think it just definitely opens the door to us being able to, share the Lord.
There you have it, sharing the Lord. And why don't we think of Misty during this segment of the program? You're listening to Kevin Miller on 107.5 FM, 580 AM, KIDO Talk Radio. And the world we live in is so challenging, so divisive. And here we have a group, the Boise Rescue Mission, and thanks to Bruce, our great friend, donating a turkey, making a difference. We talk about the events going on in Washington and Florida and Arizona, and yes, we'll be talking about them today. But as Tip O'Neill said, and as Misty said, it's local. And maybe you're new to the Treasure Valley, wondering how you can make a difference. Maybe you're retired, looking to get involved. We'd love to see you here. Stop by and say hello and give everybody a shout-out and a challenge. When we started this program many years ago, I lived at the River of Life for a week, and we started with 20 turkeys. 20 turkeys. And it's grown over the 8 years that we've been here to thousands of turkeys and thousands of dollars and so much food and so much clothes. We are so blessed, and we've had a great run for some, but others still need that helping hand, if you will, not that handout. And that's what the Boise Rescue Mission does. Why don't you join us today in making a difference? Look what they've done for Misty and others. We'll continue to hear their stories of inspiration this morning. 626 on 107.5 FM, 580 AM with Kevin Miller in the morning. Let's get you to work.
07's every Kevin.
And I'm Kevin Miller in the morning here. Phone numbers 580-5436, 580-KIDO. Obviously, we do want to hear from you on the issues that matter to you. And here is our friend John Decker talking about what's up with the president.
The president writing on Twitter, we pay for large portions of other countries' military protection, hundreds of billions of dollars, for the great privilege of losing hundreds of billions of dollars with these same countries on trade. He continued, I told them that the situation cannot continue. It is time that these very rich countries either pay the United States for its great military protection or protect themselves. And trade must be free and fair. President Trump has blasted French President Emmanuel Macron's idea for the European Union to build an army to protect itself from the U.S. as insulting. At the White House, John Decker, Fox News.
That's amazing when you think of it. Here you have, on the 100th anniversary of World War I, you have the French president saying that they need a European army to protect against the Russians, the Chinese, and the Americans, and we continue to foot the bill for those folks. When we take a look at what the president has done, he said, look, simply that NATO needs to pay their own bills, right? And that's something that we'll take a look at. We'll also take a look at aggressive driving in the Treasure Valley. I shared with you my story yesterday where some guy in a big vroom vroom pickup truck, and by the way, our friend Craig came by and he said, oh, Kevin Miller, I don't listen, but I knew it was time for Miller's Mission. And he and I always joke about the big pickup trucks. Everybody has the big pickup trucks. And I don't know why people need the big pickup trucks. Most of the people with the big pickup trucks, well, they don't use the big pickup trucks. And they're nice big pickup trucks. But, I'm sitting there driving around my little car, and the guy in the big pickup truck, in my opinion, did an illegal U-turn and almost turned me into an aluminum can. And that would be a mighty small aluminum can. And I'm thinking to myself, are we over-caffeinated? Are we stressed out? Even this morning, people are tailgating, and you think to yourself, there's got to be more to life than this. We will talk about that. But again, we've heard from Misty. We want to thank our friend Bruce, and we'd love to thank you. If you're just tuning in, every year at this time, we live here twice a year at the Walmart in Nampa, right off the Garrity exit. Stop by, say hello. The show doesn't stop. Jerry in Nampa and his lovely wife, we were here till about 7:30, 8 o'clock with them last night. Thank you, Jerry, for your kind donation. And Jerry had fun watching, me jump up and down dressed up as a giant turkey yesterday with, yeah, I know, the visual itself is stunning, with Larry Gebhardt on Channel 7. But we would ask you to give a turkey, don't be a turkey, and let's start the Thanksgiving season out the right way, right? Kevin Miller, 107.5 FM, 580 AM, KIDO Talk Radio. Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning, Kevin.
And Kevin Miller in the morning here, KIDO Talk Radio. Do want to thank you, and do want to thank our great friend Ray Amaya back at the Broadcast Center, keeping everybody in line. Without Ray, this show would be off the rails, and was for many, many years before we acquired Ray Amaya. We reacquired him, so thank you, Ray. I know it's tough when we're in the field. Thanks to Chandler, our on-site producer, and George, who's monitoring the broadcast even as we speak. It does take a team to make this happen. We're live at the Walmart here. Garrity and Franklin and Liberty Linda, you hang on. I'm sorry about this, and again, this is why I'm in the field, but hang on. We're going to get to you, and we're going to hear from Rachel Sutherland. But Kelsey, joining us from the Boise Rescue Mission, we've got a lot of friends here. This is really go time, and obviously we want to make a difference when we ask people to give a turkey, don't be a turkey. And, you know, what's a difference a meal can make?
Really, Kevin, a meal opens the door to showing people how much that Jesus loves them, how much this community believes in them, cares about them. Food is so important, and to just to be able to meet that basic need, it opens the door to someone, you know, thinking, hey, maybe these people do care, and maybe there's somebody who does want to help me. And it always starts with a meal at the Rescue Mission. As you know, we're always feeding everyone, and you know, we don't check anybody's bank accounts. If you need a meal, you can come eat with us every single day, all 3 meals. We serve over 1,000 meals a day. We're here for the community because of you and your listeners and all of our donors.
Well, yes, and it is, and we'll get back to that in a minute. Certainly, let's go live to Capitol Hill. Rachel Sutherland joining us, and Rachel, as you know, you've been with us for many, many years. Amongst your other folks, we're once again living at the Walmart collecting turkeys. We wish you were here with us.
Great stuff, Kevin, and that's awesome that you do that for the community there.
Hello, Rachel.
Hello, Kevin. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I did that great run-up, and, you know, we wish you were at the Walmart with us.
I'd love to be at the Walmart with you. I probably told you about the turkey giveaway I did when I was a DJ, when we tried to give away a live turkey at Thanksgiving season, and there were no takers. It's fun.
Yeah, something
You're not
about
giving away turkeys. You're gathering turkeys. Is that right?
Yeah, but something about turkeys and radio.
Oh, yeah. Of course, the old turkey drop, WKRP days. We just love it.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
That's why we all got into radio, was that skit on WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yes, most of us wanted to be Dr. Johnny Fever, and we all ended up, at least I did, as Les Nessman. But and folks, you can YouTube that if you don't know those references. So,
what are you selling, dollar hollers, Kevin?
No.
Wait
Okay,
a minute,
Rachel.
was Les Nessman the salesman?
That was Herb Tarlick. Les was the news guy. Yes, see, Rachel, you have a life, and I live my life watching television and living through what could have been, which is what a lot of Republicans are saying after the midterms, or are they?
Well, they're looking forward to the 116th Congress, I suppose, at least Republicans in the Senate, maybe not so much in the House. Democrats are mobilizing for their new control of the House. And, of course, Nancy Pelosi is expected to be the House Speaker. There doesn't appear to be really a challenge to Pelosi for that yet. As far as, GOP leadership, they're going to need to select their leaders. Kevin McCarthy, who's the current majority leader, wants to be minority leader. He has a challenge from Congressman Jim Jordan of the rather ultra-conservative Freedom Caucus. So I don't know if he'll be able to pull that off. So you have the leadership elections coming up. You have House Democrats organizing their priorities. Will it be a flurry of subpoenas and investigations, or will it be, I know they're going to be working on gun control legislation. They're going to be working on legislation having to do with protecting the pre-existing condition clause with Obamacare, what's left of it. So they have their own agenda, which is very different from what Republicans want to do, and I don't know if they're going to get anything done in the lame duck here with the Republicans still in charge of both chambers. I'm kind of doubting it. I'm kind of thinking maybe they'll get a funding bill passed, hopefully not a government shutdown kind of situation. Maybe they'll work on immigration like the White House wants them to do, but they had a chance to do that earlier in the year, and they got real close, but it just didn't happen.
They didn't, so this could just be kind of running out the clock, of course. The Republicans are excited about the Senate. Of course, losing Arizona and Florida is still up for grabs.
Yes. Of course, we know that McSally has conceded to Kyrsten Sinema. She'll be the first female senator from Arizona, a Democrat. And Florida, of course, just a mess at this point. And Georgia still undecided with the governor's race. The federal judge ruling in favor of Stacey Abrams that these provisional ballots have to be looked at before they declare a victor there. Brian Kemp has declared victory. And ultimately, he probably pull it off, but Stacey Abrams is still hanging on to hope that she will be governor of Georgia. So some of these races still undecided, things up in the air. Florida, I think, is really the focal point now for people watching to see what will happen with Scott and with Bill Nelson there.
Rachel, we always appreciate you. Have a great day.
You too.
Kevin Miller in the morning here, KIDO Talk Radio.
You say it's going to wait until January 5th.
It's actually started today.
We've done 2 segments on 2020 already here today. The president blamed, to a certain extent, the loss of some of these House races on some of your House Republican colleagues. I want to play for you what he said about Mia Love from Utah.
Mia Love gave me no love, and she lost. Too bad. Sorry about that, Mia.
Now, for the record, we haven't called that race yet. They're still counting votes out there. Ryan Costello, retiring member, a friend of yours from Pennsylvania, said in a tweet that the president was pissing on Republican members. What did you see there?
I was disgusted when I heard it happen. I mean, these are members that in their districts are reflecting their district. Some of them lost because people were frankly voting against the president. And I think if the president would have shown some more grace in that and said, we're going to miss them, but thank you for their service, instead of it's because you didn't back me. And I can tell you a lot of these folks, Mia Love backed the president a lot. And that may have cost her if she ends up losing. I know it's still open. So a little more grace would have been a lot better. I was very disgusted when I heard that. I'm like, well, let's go forward and look at how we're going to do better in 2020.
There you have it, Adam Kinzinger. But, I thought it was interesting to hear what the president had to say about that when he said Mia Love gave him no love. And that's the magic of the president. Let's go to Liberty Linda joining us now on KIDO Talk Radio with Kevin Miller. Good morning, Liberty Linda.
Good morning, Kevin. It's cold in that tent when you have your heat working. I can only imagine how cold it must have been this morning.
Yes. Yes, I could have the crowd here tell you how cold it is in the tent here this morning.
I can imagine. Anyway, I'm glad you got it working again. And
yes.
Have you ever been to Malibu, California?
No, I can't say that I have been to Malibu.
Malibu, right on the ocean there, is one of the most charming, beautiful little cities. You drive back in the countryside, and it's all trees, and the homes are so adorable. And to hear that those homes now are burned in that area, I mean, my heart goes out to the people in California. What is going on there, Kevin? Now they're blaming it on climate control. Can you imagine?
Well, they always seem to blame it on climate control, don't they?
Something. I mean, I think something like matches or something like that would have started it, in so many different areas. We just have to ask what's going on. And, our hearts go out to the people there. So many lives are lost. Don't they evacuate areas? I don't understand what's going on there. It's just getting to my heart is what it's getting to.
Well, if Malibu isn't safe, then what city in the West is safe?
I know it. Clint Eastwood used to be the mayor of Malibu. And we've had so many movie stars live there on the beach. It's just, and in Paradise up north, I don't remember where Paradise is. I don't know if I've been there, but, it's unbelievable about what's going on there. We've got so many things going on in Broward County. Why don't they take all those people out of Broward County? bring in some new people to count those votes. Well, I hear that there was a truck caught outside, actually in the middle of the night, bringing in additional votes. Why can't they close it down and put somebody in there that knows what they're doing? That's my question.
I would agree with you.
And anyway, so we got so many things going on in our world, our country, and yesterday was wonderful what the president said. I admired him so much, and every day, you know, he just goes out there and does things for the people of the United States, and I think it's just wonderful. Thank you, Kevin.
We think you're wonderful, Liberty Linda. Thank you.
Thank you, and just continue meeting those wonderful people you do there, and I'm trying to get back there to come in and see you this week, so hopefully it'll work.
Okay, you take care.
Okay, you too. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's go to Ron in Caldwell with Kevin Miller on KIDO Talk Radio. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, Kevin. I called you this morning to ask you for your help. I'd like to see, here in Caldwell, we have a veterans building that's been set up, refurbished. I think it was an old library. But because every day in this country, 22 veterans commit suicide, I would like to ask you for your help to see if we could get somebody out of the vet center, maybe in Boise, or out of the VA there in Boise, to come down to the center, say on a Tuesday or Wednesday for a couple hours, to come in and expedite the group as far as guys that have PTSD, because I'd really hate to pick up my paper in the morning and have to hear that a combat veteran, or any veteran for that matter, committed suicide because there was no place for him to go to in Canyon County.
Good call, Ron. I know people are listening. Let's see if we can do that. Please send me an email or call me back next week and see if we can make that happen.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Kevin Miller, KIDO Talk Radio. And today's Kevin Miller cash code word is movies. That's right, movies. You could win up to $5,000. $5,000 simply by listening and playing Kevin Miller's Cash. Details at KIDOTalkRadio.com. Listen at 6 a.m., 8 a.m. for the cash code words, and 3 p.m. during the Sean Hannity Show. As we cover the folks here at the Boise Rescue Mission, a young lady by the name of Flora certainly has made an impassioned impression on our lives. Let's hear her story.
Well, basically, my life started out with domestic violence, drugs, alcohol at a very young age 4. And it just continued all the way. You know, I never got out of it until I was 44, but my childhood was just, you know, watching my parents fight. That's where the domestic violence started, and I watched that, and I thought that was a normal thing. As I was growing up, I thought that was normal. Your parents beat each other up and had affairs with other people, and you still stayed with them no matter what. That was how I grew up, and that was my thinking. So, as a young adult, I started doing the same thing, staying with guys who beat on me and guys who cheated on me, and then I would cheat on them, and I thought that was the way life was. All the way up, at 14, I got pregnant from a 26-year-old man, because my mother let him move into the house with us, and at 15, I turned 15 in March, had a son in July. As a kid, having a kid, that was quite something in its own self. But then I realized that I couldn't do it. I was too young. And so I decided, my mother actually wanted me to keep my son so that we could get a check each month. And that just kind of sealed it for me. I decided to give him up for adoption. So it's when he was 7.5 months old, I did. That was probably the hardest thing in my entire life. probably even harder than stopping drugs and whatnot. I still remember that day to this day, and he's 40 years old now, so but I remember that day like it was yesterday. So, well, I became homeless. I'd been married to my second husband, and I split from him many years prior, and I was living with this guy for 12 years, and he started doing drugs, and of course we always drank. The violence was there. There was always fights. And, you know, I grew up in that, and that's all I knew all through my life, until I came to the mission. So it was, I didn't know how to live any differently. And I surely didn't know how to get sober, let alone how to stay that way. And so when I've been married twice and couldn't tell you the amount of relationships I've had, until I came to the mission and they introduced me to God, and that was the ultimate relationship I've ever had. So.
And there we have it, Flora joining us, talking about what the rescue mission has done for her. And these are real life, real stories, real people here in the Treasure Valley. Okay, you can't go. Okay. Oh, thank you, sir. God bless you. Appreciate you. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. Let's get you to traffic and weather together. KIDO Talk Radio. 107. And, Kelsey, we just had a very special young person come by to donate.
We did. We had Deputy Flores from Canyon County Sheriff come by, Flores, I think, come by, and he donated a turkey. We were going to have him come in and share a little bit about why he wanted to give, but he received a call right that moment about a car accident and had to run off.
We so support our friends in law enforcement. They certainly make a difference. And, you know, Kelsey, I would never say this, but you move pretty good for a young lady your age. You were out there. I said, could you find out who that is, please? And, I mean, you're probably doing about a 4.540 there.
Was I?
Yeah, I would say, but thank you for that.
You're welcome.
You still got it.
Yeah, I still got it for a little bit here.
Right, and, you know, that's what it's about, having fun, making a difference. And certainly we want to thank Deputy Flores for coming by. I want to thank everyone in law enforcement, not only today but every day. Thank you for keeping us safe. Thank you so much. We so appreciate it. Whatever you all need, please consider us a resource here. We've got a couple more hours to go. We're just getting started. We've got some in-studio audience. Are you awake? That's right. We've got a fired-up in-studio audience here today. Thanks to Chandler. The heat is working. Life is good. Won't you join us? We're at the Nampa Walmart. Garrity and Franklin, we're here till Saturday at 6, asking you to give a turkey, don't be a turkey. And I know what you say, Kevin. I live in Ontario. I live in Boise. I don't want to go out yonder. Well, you can go to any Walmart, pick up a turkey voucher, and you can make a difference helping us help the Boise Rescue Mission. God bless. Fox News next. Stay with us. More Miller next. KIDO Talk Radio. Good morning.